Final segment of A to Z here on Locked On Sports Atlanta, free on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Search Locked On Sports Atlanta. Before we get some notes on the Atlanta Falcons and one guy who thinks Desmond Ridder is ready to go, we're going to get to our shovel of wisdom.
Brace yourselves, because it's time for the shovel of wisdom.
Yeah, you know how we do it every day. We have to set somebody straight for saying or doing something stupid. We do it right here on A to Z with the shovel of wisdom. Whack them right upside the head. You can do so on my Twitter account at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Just use the hashtag shovel of wisdom. And today my shovel goes to the San Diego State University Athletic Department. Okay. By now, you probably all know what's going on with former Bills punter Matt Araiza. Anyway, the rookie who was drafted in the 6th round out of San Diego State, the punter, is accused, along with 2 other men, of raping a 17-year-old girl, which is under the age of consent in the state of California. And he was released by the Bills, and the investigation now going. He claims he's innocent. His parents have actually come out and publicly defended him, and the legal process is going to play itself out. San Diego State spoke for the first time Monday about the allegations that went on. And this was alleged to have happened back in October of 2021, October 17th, 2021. The lawsuit states that Araiza, I can't even say it. Anyway, he was accused of having relations with a 17-year-old high school senior, again, under the age of consent. And I'm not going to get into the sort of details because they are sort of gory and well, they're not something you want me to read. Anyway, so the very next day, the school became aware of a report of an off-campus sexual assault on October 18th and the existence of a San Diego police investigation following. Now, the Title IX office began its assessment, and it received a request from the police department to delay its investigation to not potentially compromise a police investigation. This is what the school said it did, and it complied because they were asked about, well, how come you haven't done anything? Why didn't you know about this before? Because theoretically, for a guy who was drafted and went through the combine process and went through all this stuff, how in the world did they miss a pending sexual assault allegation against the player? Well, that begs the question, what did San Diego State really do to bring to light the events that happened? They say that they were asked not to get involved in the investigation. They complied. Now, 3 weeks after the alleged assault, San Diego State brought in Brenda Tracy, who is a rape survivor and sexual assault prevention educator and a public speaker, to speak to the football team. And they say that they brought her in purposely after the alleged incident to, educate the team and the student athletes. Here's the thing that is really troublesome for me. Because the athletic director, let me get his name here real quick. John David Wicker, 3 names, always bad. Probably a psycho. Anyway, he dismissed the suggestion that San Diego State coaches were trying to sweep the allegations under the rug due to the success of the football team. And Wicker said, quote, "It's absolutely not true. We'll hold any student, any coach, any staff member to be held responsible for anything that's confirmed and adjudicated. But it's absolutely not true that we swept this under the rug because it was football, because we're having a successful season. That's not who we are. That's not who I am. This calls into question my morals and my ethics. And no, that's not true." Okay. If you delay the investigation and you followed what the police asked you, why are we only hearing about it now, almost a year later? Like, did you follow up? Did you ask any other questions? Did you continue to pursue it? Like, the investigation, if it's taking 9-10 months, the police don't really have enough to charge, because really there have been no charges filed at this point, no arrest made in the case. The police have not publicly identified any suspects, and the results of the investigation are in the hands of the district attorney, and there's no timeline on when the charges are going to be filed. SDSU says it was cleared by the San Diego Police Department on July 22nd to begin a campus investigation. Oh, really? Okay. It's just weird. It's really weird. And you should have had a better answer for this if you're San Diego State than, well, we did what the police told us to and we're out. Yeah, but that's not it. It's more than that. You have to dive a little bit deeper than that if you really like to be able to, get to the bottom of stuff like this. So that's a little bit frustrating. Anyway, do better, San Diego State. All right, before we get to the Falcons, a word from our friends at Coffee AM, the best small batch coffee roaster in America. Why do I know this? Because I use them every single day. I get my K-Cup out from my Coffee AM, plop it in there. This morning was Kenya again, one of my favorite flavors. They have flavors from around the world: Kenya, Sumatra, Tanzania, Rainforest, Costa Rica, Colombia. I mean, listen, folks, they get coffee from around the world, and it is absolutely delicious. And it's fresh because they roast and ship their coffees on the same day or close to it. Trust me, when the box arrives at your house, you open it up, it's going to be life-changing, world-changing, game-changing. That smell is going to smack you right in the face in the very best of ways. Organic, fair trade, direct trade, blends and espressos and flavored coffees, teas, gift sets, the whole nine. Coffee AM has it all. So here's what you do. Go to coffeeam.com/locked-on and check out the full menu of coffees, teas, and gift sets. That's coffeeam.com/locked-on. Use the promo code locked-on at checkout to get 15% off your first order of coffees, teas, and gift sets at Coffee AM, the best small batch coffee roaster in America. Okay. Some positive news here about Desmond Ridder. According to Ted Nguyen, who covers the NFL for The Athletic, he says Desmond Ridder is ready for his shot now. Quote, he's a poised, polished prospect who played in a Cincinnati offense that utilizes many of the drop-back concepts that translate in the pro game. Okay. And he does one of those things that we like to do on the interwebs when we talk glowingly about a quarterback. You just pick one play and showcase it and break it down and show why he was really good on it. And I don't say that to belittle the writer or Desmond Ridder by any stretch of the imagination, but, they never break down the interceptions, right? They never break down the bad plays. They only break down the good ones. That said, I think Ridder has been impressive for a rookie. And I always say this, and I say it repeatedly. It's better to play good than play bad, even in the preseason where nothing matters. It's always better to play good. So Ridder has started to show that. I tell you again, I think week 8 against the Panthers is where he makes his first start. I think that there is a very good chance that he will end up being a full-time starter by then. And with the schedule working out the way it does, they play the Panthers in week 8, and then again in week 10. You really get to see how much he can digest and change and understand by playing the same opponent in a 3-week span. So again, Ridder has to start this year. At some point, he's got to start. They've got to figure out what they got with him. Everybody knows that. Unless Mariota is somehow leading this team to an above 500 record and keeping them in playoff contention, Ridder gets to play. That's really honestly what it boils down to. So, and this assumes that Mariota is going to be healthy for the first 7 weeks. Preseason, not a very good indicator of how healthy your quarterback's going to be. Because guess what? You're not facing like the most elite level pass rushes in the preseason. But that's neither here nor there, once again. So I am ready for regular football to be here. By the way, I still like the Falcons in week 1, getting the points from the Saints. They may win this thing. They may win week 1. I'm telling you, like it shouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for everybody to think that the Falcons could actually upset the Saints in week 1. We will have the betting portion of this show coming up very, very soon for the NFL and college, including Thursday we have games, Friday we have games, so we'll get to some handicaps I like there, and of course, big Saturday game for the Georgia Bulldogs. And college playoff implication kind of games at the beginning of the year. We'll tell you why later on in the week. All right, that'll do it for us today here on A to Z on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Remember, we're free on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, you search Locked On Sports Atlanta. Back tomorrow for a Wednesday edition. You guys have a great day. Don't take a crap, anybody. See you.